One question I often get, and I'm always delighted to answer it, is what is insulin resistance? That question matters if for no other reason than it has become the most common disorder in the world, with potentially 88% of all adults in the US experiencing it or suffering from it. So, what is it? What is this villain? Well, we got to understand it. It's two things. One, it's that insulin isn't working the right way in the body anymore. So the way the cells respond to insulin has been in some way compromised. So insulin it isn't working well. And importantly, every cell in the body has insulin receptors. So every cell is meant to respond to insulin in some way. That's the first thing. Insulin isn't working the right way anymore. And second, and this is too often overlooked, it's that insulin levels are elevated. That's what we call hyperinsulinemia. That is so important because if insulin is chronically elevated, it is constantly driving some aspects or some biochemical events within the cell, whatever it may be. That chronically elevated insulin could be driving fat growth in the liver. It could be altering hormone production at the testes or the ovaries. It could be compromising the brain's ability to exchange ions and to work the right way. It can be doing all kinds of things throughout the body, but that's too often overlooked. So again, insulin isn't working right and insulin is elevated. And even with regards to human metabolism and fuel use and metabolic flexibility, if someone is living a life of chronically elevated insulin, they are stuck in sugar burning. And it's going to be very difficult for them to switch over to fat burning. That happens if they can bring their insulin down. And thank heavens, that can happen quite quickly, actually. We can start to shift that insulin sensitivity and start to fix it and address it just by shifting the diet around. In particular, controlling processed carbohydrates and focusing on fat and protein, which have lower or less of an effect on insulin. So high insulin and insulin not working well, those are the two fundamental features of insulin resistance. I hope you learned something here. Comment below and please share with anyone you know who might want to know what you just learned.